Hi, I'm Courtney Yeomans, and I did my ethical dilemma presentation on abortion. Why did I choose abortion? To me, abortion is an issue that needs to be addressed. In our country, every time we have a presidential election, it's always a hot, controversial topic. If you take a political science class, it's always going to be discussed. Abortion is a way of getting rid of unwanted pregnancies and disposing of unwanted pregnancies. It's defined as the termination of pregnancy by the removal or expulsion of a developing fetus or embryo from the uterus before 20 weeks. After 20 weeks, the woman has to be induced and actually give birth to dispose of the baby. 42 million of these are performed worldwide statistically. The U.S. contributes to 1.37 million per year. 52% of ours that we contribute to are single women under the age of 25. The supporting arguments that I found on the GMC library databases are that no civilized society permits murder without punishment. Adoption is a very viable and wonderful alternative to abortion. There are 1.5 million couples or families waiting to adopt. There's no such thing as an unwanted baby. Medical complications often arise because of abortions that were performed earlier on in one's life. Ectopic pregnancy rate doubles. Ectopic pregnancies are pregnancies that occur outside of the uterus, such as in the fallopian tubes. Miscarriages and pelvic inflammatory disease, chances and likelihood of developing pelvic inflammatory disease or having a miscarriage later on when one tries to get pregnant and actually wants a baby increases. This is not a safe option, and it's not a contraceptive. For women that say they want to have complete control over their bodies, there are other ways to have complete control over your body, such as contraceptive use like birth control or condoms or spermicides, or one could just abstain from sex. Either one of these are complete ways to have control over your body. Many taxpayers in the U.S. often oppose this, so it is wrong to use money that they are paying for taxes as funding money for women that can't afford abortions. Mostly young people are the ones that are affected by this and are the ones that are participating in this. They're often misinformed, have insufficient life experiences, and are often uneducated about the regrets and problems that they will face later on because of this choice that they're making. They often struggle with intense psychological pain and have a lot of stress and regrets about this decision that they made way back when. Opposing arguments that I also found on the GMC library databases include that the first trimester the baby can't live without his mother, which is true, but it also says that human life begins at conception. Another opposing argument I found was that IVF, which is in vitro fertilization, embryos are often thrown away after they're not used anymore, which would be technically murder, and it's not ethically right, but it happens. Critical civil rights. Being able to get rid of a pregnancy is invading on a civil right, according to opposing arguments database. You can't force sterilization, so why force pregnancy? Taxpayers' money is used to fund the war as well, even if they don't agree. Teen mothers that give birth and keep their babies often have a grim future. They're more likely to drop out of high school, not go to college, have another baby within 2 years, have inadequate prenatal care, higher divorce rate, more likely to be on welfare. so on and so forth, they're more likely to have a harder life. The theory that I could think of that best explains this dilemma is really a matter of religious standards. It is the divine command theory. I chose the divine command theory because of the way I was raised, and when I think of abortion, I immediately am pro-life because God's word determines what's ethical. And according to the divine command theory and his words, in the Ten Commandments, murder is wrong. And so, to me, life begins at conception, and God's word even backs that up, saying in Psalms where David goes, "You formed me in my mother's womb, you know me from my utmost being." And so to me, since life begins at conception, murder and abortion go hand in hand. You can't talk about abortion and not say it's murder according to God's word and the divine command theory. Thank you for your time and listening to my presentation. If you have any questions, write in the comments below. Thank you.